are now live. If you could just give me a hello in the comments, just let me know the sound's coming through. Make sure everything's working, because technology, it would be good to know. And I can't see the chat window at all. That's helpful. Helpful, YouTube, helpful. Live chat, please. There we go. No one reporting yet. Must be a bit of a lag. But yeah, here we are at the NEC Classic Motor Show. Giselle is here. Made it with no trouble. Oh, there we go. Sash window the first with a hello. Hello to you. And Tinplate Greek too. Hello. And yeah, welcome to Birmingham, or near Birmingham. Sound all good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Aswar T and Matthew C4, Alan Lansdale. Oh my God, you're all pouring in now. Ben Bear Williams. And Miss HubNut is monitoring the chat as well. Yeah, Solihull indeed. We are not quite in Birmingham, despite the fact Birmingham Airport is just next to us. Oh, good evening, New Zealand. I'm glad we've caught some of our Antipodean friends. Australia as well, Sweden. Wow. Welcome to the show. Rather than me just stand here and call out names, I'm going to start having a bit of a wander around. So here's Giselle. Giselle is displaying some of the merchandise we've got available. We've got Giselle t-shirts in blue. We've got Giselle mugs. So hopefully these items will make their way to the store as well. But if you're coming to the show, you can buy stickers, t-shirts right here. The stand just there, all covered up at the moment, but we will be open for business in about an hour. Tina the Marina's here, looking amazing. I was really worried. Steph was sending me messages saying, oh, Tina looks terrible. None of it. Tina looks amazing. And Matt's Rover 200 VI is here as well. All three cars have been leaking various fluids. The Rover, so far, the worst. Wrenching Wench, our friend Katie, was investigating a thermostat housing leak on said Rover yesterday. Oops. So, yeah, we got loads of merch, loads of new items. I think you can just see the tea towels peeking out here. Look, tea towels under there. A few white Giselle shirts. We expect those to sell out very, very soon. But should we start having a walk around the show? I think that might be a nice thing to do. Yeah, here we go. I'll flip the camera. Flip mode. Where's the flip gone? I don't know where to flip it. There it is. You'd have thought I'd be good at this by now, wouldn't you? There we go. So, yeah, there's one of my favourite cars of the show, the Riley Pathfinder. I think this is a beautiful example. Stunning colour. The last traditional Riley car. Subsequent models were badge engineering, like little Riley Elf, based on the Mini next to it. And I love this drop head as well. The paint finish is incredible. It just looks really, really old. Very, very nice. For Mini HubNut, who's sadly at school but will be at the show, he'll be delighted to know there's at least one Lotus Carlton here. And, of course, not black. It is a deep green, not that you can really tell in this light. But headlamp wiper moment, courtesy of the Lotus Carlton. Marvellous. Let's keep moving on. There is a lot to see. There's a Mark II Escort rally car here on the Burton Power stand. That's been getting a lot of attention. We've got more Rileys here for the Riley RM Club. And indeed, they've got another Pathfinder. I think the Pathfinder is considered an honourable RM, even though it's the car that actually replaced it. We saw this Austin A70 at the British Motor Museum when we went there for the Maestro anniversary, I think. Is this the same one? Let's go and have a look at the roof. That'll tell us. Yes. So I forget the story now. Let's go and have a look. It was built by people who otherwise couldn't work, I think. Was it disabled? Let's go and have a look. The Hereford Countryman Woody. Yeah, built in Papworth in Coventry. And yeah, stunning thing. We've admired it greatly before. So some lovely woody action here as well. Let's keep walking around. I'm going to try and pick out a couple of favourites of the show because we could just walk around and look at everything, but it'll take forever. There is so much to see. I mean, look at that modified Morris Minor over there. Low light van. That's crazy. This beautiful little coach. And we saw this before as well. So these are Morris commercials. And I believe these, well, it's an Austin badge truck. I think that did actually use the Bedford OB cab. I could be wrong. I don't know very much. There's loads of Morris J vans here, which I'm absolutely delighted about. And here's one of the cars I wanted to single out. It's a very interesting one. This is the earliest Morris surviving in the world. And I think that's marvellous. It's also apparently one family owner from new. So it's quite astonishing. They say it's the oldest. What I can't see is how old it actually is. That information doesn't seem to be here. But look at the paint. All the original paint, it's just cracking up. And if we look inside, it's actually got a rotating dial speedometer, just like a Citroen GSA. So nothing is ever new, is it? So that's an extraordinary find. Come and see this car. We are currently in Hall 3A, which is very close to us as well. The comments keep on popping in and popping out. I am not tenting with Matt Richardson. We are stopping in a really nice hotel this weekend. We managed to get a nice deal on it by booking many months in advance. And I must admit, it is a bit nicer than Bob. We had a particularly rough first night in Bob last year, just taking the MG TD there. First one to use the independent suspension. We come along here. We've got a Morris Minor we've met before. It's a lovely yellow one here. It's Miranda. She was at the Scolton Manor meet we went to, where we had a little look through the history of the Morris Minor. That's a rare 1098, but with the old style windscreen wiper pattern. Although we probably should go on about the fact it's supporting 75 years of Marie Curie, who do amazing work with people who are sadly end of life. And that car is very well travelled. It's been all around England. It looks like she didn't make it to Scotland, sadly, but she did get as far as Yorkshire, and Haverfordwest is pretty much where we had our little meeting where we encountered Miranda. Lovely car. Pride of ownership. We've got some really interesting stuff going on here. So I'm just going to flip the camera again. He says, press the button. There we go. So, pride of ownership. Let's go and have a wander in. I'll see if I can catch the owner of this Daimler. Sorry, I'm having to swap hands because it is an absolute beauty. Look, it's 1981 Daimler Sovereign belonging to Dave McGlynn. And a fascinating history. And it's just beautiful, beautiful condition. One previous owner who owned it for 41 years. And Dave has known this car most of his life and has got a very comprehensive history. It includes the original bill of sale. He's got correspondence between the owner and the dealer going back to the point of ordering the brochure. So stunning, but there's a voice engaged. I don't want to go interrupting folk, so we'll keep on wondering. There's a few cars on the Maestro and Montego Club stand that we've seen before. The Apple 2000 Maestro here was won in a retro shite auction, and the owner has done about 6,000 miles in it since acquiring it in June, so he's been all over in it. We saw him at Gaydon with that as well. Tried to do an interview, didn't work because we were having sound issues. How very, very HubNut. But yeah, lovely lineup of cars and a Dutch Maestro on the end, which I'm guessing must belong to Ruben, so hopefully that means Ruben will be around this weekend. It'd be good to see him. He very, very passionate about cars is Ruben, and seem to be lacking Montego because again celebrating 40 years of the Austin Maestro, so a lovely display of cars of various types. A quick shout out to the Austin Nash Metropolitans, a joint project with Nash to build a car for the housewives of America, but with a 1200cc engine. Didn't go down particularly well, so they ended up trying to sell them here instead, and still not a massive seller, but very cute little cars. I would actually really like to drive one, and maybe it'll happen one day. MG SVs, seen quite a few of these about, so yeah, that's good to see. Aston Martin Vantage, we got yeah, lots of bits of other cars in those, but, oh wow, a massive motorhome. Crikey, that is a big thing. It's got pods that stick out and everything. Little kitchen in the back, so perfect for your race weekend if you've got lots and lots and lots of money. Little replica mini rally car, that's quite cute. A Lotus Elan, lovely little mini, very nice. So this is the dealer area where there's cars for sale. But oh, just got to go and have a quick look at Chris James's Nissan Primera. That sounds very HubNut. That's not, apparently not the right button. There we go. Yeah, lovely car owned by Chris there. He helped us out on the stand last year. He may be doing again this year, but he is also here in the Pride of Ownership area. They're having a competition to see which one is, I think it's the public choose which one is their favourite. So we'll see how that goes. Love this Austin Healey here, big Healey, and it's even got a sort of a white number plate. Wouldn't have had that when new. That would have been fitted when it was still quite young though, probably in the 1960s or early 70s. That's got a lovely honest vibe going on. I like that very much. Right, we should keep going because there's cars I want to see over in Hall 1. But are you having a nice time, folks? How many have we got in now? 213? No, 208. Oh dear, I must have offended people. Very, very late Capri there on an E-plate. And that Jaguar was just going for a drive apparently, rearranging their stock. The dealers take cars out as they're sold and then bring in different ones. Let's see where else we can go. Kim Cairns Classic Cars. Nice mix. Yeah, we'll get more interesting in a minute, folks. Picked up the pace at the motorhome. Yeah. It would take many bobs to match that. Right, let's keep perusing. We've got Range Rover over there. It's a CVC plate on it, so that's probably a factory prototype. Lovely Series 1s. A twin-engined Mini. Not really any explanation about why it's here, but that's astonishing. Boot space, not so much, and I wonder where the fuel tanks are. Interesting. A Twinny Mini was sold in 2001, ended up in Florida, and has come back to the UK. Also, it's been on Wayne's TV program, that Chasing Classic Cars. Nice. That's quite an interesting thing. Oh, this one's a Twinny Mini as well, is it? Yeah, the engine just mid-mounted on this one. Wow. So these are factory-built Twinny Minis for four-wheel drive. Crazy, crazy stuff. I apologise if I'm disrupting work. That wasn't my intent. Classics World. I used to work for that publisher back in the day. Classic Car Weekly was with them, and then Classic Car Buyer. So yeah, many years working with them. Kit cars variously here. We've got Westfields and Chisels, I'm guessing. The Porsche replicas. Twyford Moors, sad they're not here to say hello to. Nice people, specialise in that. And look, we got the Beast here. The Beast with its 27 litre, I don't think it's a Merlin engine, it's not supercharged, so that makes it a Meteor engine. It's been repainted. So Johnny Smith drove this on the Lake Break show. It's got a different front end treatment as well. It now has Cortina Mark II indicator side light units, which I think look an awful lot better. And it's had the Rolls-Royce grille reinstated. So yeah, the bonnet really is long. Do not adjust your sets. It really is that long. So yeah, Johnny Smith did an interesting video driving this. It looked absolutely terrifying, if I'm honest. Oh, it is a Merlin. Oh, okay, there we go. Seems to have only single rear lights now. I seem to remember it had doubles each side. So someone has put their spin on that, and fair play to them. We've got Stratos. I don't know if any of those are legit. Obviously the 19 plate one isn't. Oh, look at this on the Hero Rally. Chevrolet. Very, very nice. Daimler Dart and Daimler Owners Club stand. The Lancia's got a lovely collection. This is an Appia. Very, very cute. Is that a Zagato body on it? Flavia, I think, is it? No, it's Fulvia. So the Fulvia's got a narrow angle V4 engine. The Aurelia's got a narrow angle V6. And then we've got the Beta boys with their various cars as well. So yeah, lots going on. I'm just giving you the merest flavour because at some point I've got to get on the stand and actually meet people. So very late Beta here. It's even got a rear wiper. That's very interesting to see. But we'll see if we can get ourselves down to Hall 1 because I found some special cars in there. I've been in here since 8 o'clock this morning having a mooch around trying to find the interesting nuggets, the interesting cars, the Chesterfield sofas. Well, you know, takes all sorts. So yeah, lots of traders here as well. This stand smells absolutely amazing. If you want your pork scratchings, come and get them, folks. And yeah, this is Hall 1. Hall 1's the posh hall, and you can tell that because there's carpet absolutely everywhere. But let's have a good mooch around this hall. Oh, hi, Robin. Thank you very much. A HubNutter for 34 months. Thank you. So, oh my gosh, there's a Panther Solo here. Panther Solo, they really did put lots of faith in this car to turn around their fortunes, and it just never really made production. So, I don't know how many they built in the end, but it was not very many. Sierra rear lights and a Cosworth power plant as well, mounted in the middle. Does it say here? Only 20 were ever built. 12 were sold. Wow. And then we've got the Panther Rio, which is a Triumph Dolomite, trying to posh it up with its Granada headlamp indicator units. And an interesting restyle. The Callista and Lima. This one's the earlier Lima, which I think had Vauxhall engines. And this SS Jaguar replica that they were quite famous for as well. And the DeVille, which uses maxi doors. So if you want something a bit different, a Panther DeVille is definitely it. Oh, they've even got a bar in Hall 1. We haven't got a bar. Oh, I think that's a BMW car club trying to blow up their stand again. It sort of mildly fell down overnight. There's some AC Cobras here. Very nice. Oh, an announcement going on. Honda NSXs. I'm not sure I've seen the NSX club here before. So that's good to see. We're going to sprint across to Hall 3. Hall 5, where we'll see more clubs that haven't been here before. GT40s, saw some of these come in yesterday. Very nice. Toyota Land Cruiser being restored here. Wonderful. MG Maestro Turbo there, one of 505 built. And I love this American spec W126 Mercedes. It's sort of a hideous coral colour. It's got the American spec headlamps with little lamps beneath as well, so they had to use the same sealed beam units as everyone else. Wonderful. And we got the Mercedes-Benz 600 there as well. A fantastic car. Again, that's American spec by the look of those lamps. Yeah, very nice. And a 190 SL took the styling of the 300 SL and made it more affordable, less exotic 4-cylinder engine. So good stuff. We got Bristols here. Boy, look at that for a lineup of carburetors. Boy, nice. Jaguar XJS. This is the Jaguar Enthusiast Club stand. So we've got an XJS SC with the Targa roof. Austin Healey's. So you look nice. All this carpet. It's very nice on the feet. Oh, that's pretty. Bristol 40710. Only one built. First owner. Peter Sellers. That's what I love about this show. You never know what you're going to find. So, yeah, it's good stuff. Allards here. Lovely. Shelsley Walsh have got a stand promoting what they do, the hill climbing. I'm sorry about the announcement. I'm going to use this Porsche 911 964 for a secret twin arm pantograph wiper moment. Beautiful. Yeah, we're getting lots of announcements now because we're building up to the opening of the show. De Tomaso Panteras. Oh, look at that. How cute is that? That was so simple and live compared to the later body-kitted versions. And a Mangusta here. A Mangusta was the car used by Kylie Minogue in Can't Get You Out of My Head. She was driving one of those. Now some of these, yes, this one has got that. They've got a split rear windows. It kind of butterflies open for engine access. Fascinating things. So very, very nice. The Marcus Club always put on a good display of their cars. The Marcus cars at one point had wooden chassis and everything they could possibly do to make them light. Some beautiful Alvises here. This silver one has Vanden Plas bodywork. This one bodied by Bertelli, and very rare as a result. Look at that for a car. Very, very dramatic. And Gordon Keebles, always happy to see Gordon Keebles at the show. I like them very much indeed. My hand is getting sore from holding my selfie stick already. I'm so weak. More Bristols, if you'll pardon the expression. It's a 401 or 402 there, I think. 403, I was getting close. Very, very nice. So aerodynamic. A nice collection of Lotuses, whatever the plural Lotus is. Maseratis. In fact, I want to go around the other side of Maseratis because as impressive as this is, whatever it is, the MC20 Cielo, I think this one in the middle is a 3500 GT, which was the very first Maserati car. It's a Moggy of vintage voltage. I was having a chat on his phone there. Yes, it is a 3500 GTI, possibly the first use of the phrase GTI on a car, and a truly beautiful car, the first road-going Maserati that existed for many years doing racing before that. And yeah, absolutely beautiful. Love the little quarter light in the back of the door. Nice. And we've got a Mistral next to it, which was bodied by Frua, who also did the AC428. These are facts you didn't really need to know, but now you know. And finally, one of my favourite cars in this hall, apart from the black Alfa Romeo 164 over there, is this Alfa Romeo 90. Very rare car. Very envious of Furious driving, because I think he's actually managed to drive one of these, and given how few exist in the UK, that is no mean feat. So it's got a rear-mounted gearbox, 2.5 litre V6 engine. It was an absolute disaster, really, and I have a feeling there's something like a briefcase that pulled out of the dashboard. Yeah, I think that's it down there. You can't really see it, unfortunately, because of the lights, but interesting technology. Right, we're going to abandon this hall and go across to hall 5. So if you're at the show already, you might be on the stand. You might be watching this, which is weird because you're at the show. Be prepared, I'm coming your way. Ferrari Testarossa there. Oh, here we go, this is Moggy's stand. So electric classic cars, they're nice and local to us. And we actually saw one of these Testarossas before it was being built. So goodbye, iconic flat 12 engine. Hello, Tesla Motors. So 600 horsepower now, 0 to 16 under 4.5 seconds. So considerably quicker than the original. Look at the width of a Testarossa. It was the widest production car at the time. And why they're pushing it? The electric motor broken already. So that's Moggy's daily driver, I think. So he likes hurtling around in that. Right, we'll leave him to it. Oh, Radford. I was told to go and have a look at Radford. Look at that, we got the Aston Martin Lagonda. Remarkable saloon. Triple headlamps. Nice. And there's a V8 engine under that incredibly low bonnet somehow. Crazy. Yeah, we got the Radford, which is very much inspired by the Lotus Elan here. So there we go. Oh my gosh, we've got Burton represented. So, hello. Burton is a Dutch manufacturer of 2CV parts. They do amazing work, and that is one of their 2CV based kit cars. So yeah, Burton, very, very helpful. When I was on my way to Croatia, I had to pop in there and get some parts. So yeah, love. I think it's a beautiful car. There have been so many kits based on 2CVs, and I think the Burtons are one of the more successful. Oh, 320 people now, so let's look at a Lada Niva. Woohoo! Right, let's go. We got to get across. We're going to have to leave the show temporarily, folks, so let's go and see if people are queuing up already. We've got this delicious avocado Rover SD1 that we see almost every year. You can generally find it somewhere in the show, and that's where it is this year, right at the entrance to Hall 1. So let's go and find our way out. A lovely Triumph TR3 here to welcome people in. Lovely. People are definitely trying to get out of the way of my live stream for some reason. So yeah, here we go. People are already milling, waiting to get into the show. So here you go. We are now officially out of the show. Make our way across the concourse. Oh gosh, I think it's going to be a busy day, folks. And quite rightly, there seems to be a queue outside Hall 5 already. But Hall 5 is, it's always the best hall, which is a bit of a shame we're not in it really. But yeah, it's where you find the most interesting things. Are we still coming through loud and clear, everyone? I'm saving someone from a Teams meeting. Excellent. Right, see if we can get our way in. Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. We have the magic pass. We said the magic word. We are going into Hall 5. And straight away, amazing stuff abounds. There's this Midland Red coach. Midland Red, pretty much the only operator that built its own buses. Just decided they didn't like what everyone else was doing, so they made their own. And this is one of their motorway expresses, which were formidable beasts. Said to be able to travel at 100 miles an hour. They were rapid things. And this one's in beautiful condition. So this is on the FBHVC, the Federation of Historic British Vehicle Clubs stand. And yeah, lovely condition. I've got a Zagato Zele here as well, an electric car. So they're mixing it up quite nicely. But look, it even has a rear wiper, because such a bit of spray up the back window. They obviously thought the driver might need to see out, but yeah, it's an exhibit from the Transport Museum in Wivell, a fantastic bus museum that I do definitely recommend you go and visit. Loving the little Land Rover fire engine as well, but let's get motoring. Look, we got many Sinclair C5s over there in Hall 5, but motorbikes as well. I'm not going to go around the bikes, but if you like bikes, there's a fair few of them here to see, and an auction over there in the corner. So there's the... I'm sorry, we've got the announcement going on. Jowett Club always put on an amazing stand, so hopefully you can hear me over the announcement. This must be a very early Jowett. Wow, look at this. Jowett always did things differently. So in 1913, this is the world's oldest surviving Jowett. And yeah, horizontally opposed twin-cylinder engine. That was very much a Jowett staple. They loved the flat engine. And their cars usually had flat twin engines. I think this one will be a flat twin here. This remarkable Jowett Jason, a vehicle I've never seen before, has a flat 4 engine. It was the first use of the flat 4 that would later go in the Jowett Javelin, Jowett Jupiter, although I believe this one is about a 1.1. Sorry about the wobble there, folks. So great to see the Bradford van, obviously named because Bradford is where Jowett's came from. Look at it, very dapper chaps on the Jowett stand, and this is a Javelin. I think a Javelin is just a beautiful car, and the Jupiter sports version next to it. There is so much to see in this stand. We've got Peter Simpson's Hillman Minx, which is imaginatively called Minxie. He has owned Minxie for a very long time. I shan't embarrass him by saying how long, but it is quite long. Sunbeam Alpines represented, and the Meteor Tigers over here. Tasty Classics is here. I wasn't expecting to see this. This is his Panhard, which he dragged out of a barn in an absolute state, has somehow got working well enough to drive on the road. I see it actually has fancy things like sills now. And yeah, unfortunately it's missing one of its wipers, so we can't give us a wacky wiper demonstration, but quite extraordinary. So really pleased to see that. Hopefully we'll try and find, it's Kev, isn't it? I think we'll try and find him a bit later on to have a bit of chat about that if we can. Going to be busy at the show, but we'll do our best. The Simca stand, they've got 2 of these estates. So one's a 1500 and one's a 1501, the facelift. I think we've seen both of them before possibly, but it's lovely to have both of them here. They have a winding rear window, which is very nice. We've got a gorgeous little Simca 1100. This is the car that gave us the Matra Rancho. Speaking of which, I don't think we've got any Ranchos this year. The Matra Enthusiast Club, instead focusing on the Morena and the Bagheera. So there we go. Both 3-seaters, both with Simca power effectively. So lovely to see those here. Oh, noise. More noise. I'm just gonna, there's no point trying to shout over that, I don't think. Now, this is an interesting car in front of us. We're on 2CV stand. They have a massive duck, because why wouldn't you? This 2CV belongs to my friend Will Waldron, and I think this is a car I remember him turning up to a meet to in the 90s when it was black. And it's since, I think he sold the car and then it came back to him, and it's now in its correct azurite blue. Love the wheels. We'll always like to do funky wheel things. We've got an early limited edition Dolly in red and grey before it became an actual production car. And we got John Sobey's slough built 2CV, which is an absolute beauty, fully restored and lovely condition. A very stark contrast with the one I drove in Tasmania. So we've got trafficators, we've got Butler headlamps, we've got a modified Morris Minor bumper, I think, and this front drive roundel. They sold almost none of these. They were an absolute disaster. Slow built 2CV's got uniquely opening rear windows. So yeah, a very, very rare car in lovely condition. Here's a French built Ripple, I presume. Could be Belgium, but I think it's French. Very, very nice. And my friend Joey, she restored this 2CV. This was a barn find. It was in terrible condition, and she's got it looking absolutely amazing. Joey was working for a time at Sparrow Automotive, doing very fine fabrication work, and yeah, it's beautiful condition. It doesn't look restored. In fact, there is Joey in the background there. Hi, just admiring your 2CV. That is amazing. It was a bit of a state when you first found it.
Oh yeah, we had to dig it out of a field. Yeah.
Dig it out of a
I've
field.
got some photos I'm going to put up in a minute.
Oh, we'll come back and have a look later.
Yeah, it's been a labour of love.
Yeah.
Really not viable to do, but
Yeah, somehow you found a way.
yeah, if I found a will and a way. Yeah.
Cool, we'll see you later on. So yeah, that's the amazing Joey. She does amazing work. Opel GTs, beautiful cars. I love the metallic red one. That's not a factory colour, I don't think. Looks beautiful. This Vauxhall Chevette gives us one of the more interesting rear wiper moments of the show. Look at that. And it flips over a full 180 degrees for excellent screen coverage. Lovely. What else have we got in here? Calibras. We've got Droop Snoot Forenzas. Got a massive collection of Sunbeam Alpines based on the 80 and 90 saloons. I've never seen such a collection of them. These roadsters were actually driven on the Monte Carlo Rally, which I think is what these ones are about. Sterling Moss actually drove one on the Monte Carlo Rally. So hence why we've got the racing helmets and everything. And there is Sir Sterling in his younger days. And we've got Imp Club celebrating 60 years of the Hillman Imp. Yikes. Love the colour on this one. Miss HubNut is all over that. Beautiful. We've got PA Crestas and Veloxes down here. There might all be Crestas, I don't know. I'm not very good at spotting the differences. But these are early ones, and the early ones, even more American in their styling, because you get the split rear windscreen. And I love the indicators forming part of the tail fin. That's just lovely. So this is a Velox, yeah. Maybe the two-tone paint was a Cresta thing. Lovely. I don't know why so many of them are pink. I'm sure they weren't all pink back in the day. Vauxhall Ventura Estate. Although it says Victor V8, so something interesting going on there. I saw that when coming into the show. And something for the younger people. Look, we've got a Vauxhall Combo here. This is the Vauxhall Bedford Owners Association represented. A little Bedford Beagle, little camper. That's very sweet. Again, Miss HubNut be all over that. And you're thinking, oh, it doesn't look long enough to sleep in. It's okay. It extends at the back. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. And again, nice colours. And yeah, a lovely lineup of Vivas. Because again, it's Viva anniversary. 60 years of the Vauxhall Viva, starting with these little HAs. I love the HB Estate. That's a rarity. Don't see many of those about. Police Undercover Omega there as well. More headlamp wiper moments with the Opel Mantas. Lovely. Cavaliers and Chevettes celebrated here. That's quite an early one on an F plate. Headlamp wiper moments. An SRI, mildly sporty. Another Chevette estate with a rear wiper. We've seen one, that's enough. Another Lotus Carlton. Wow. Opel Monza, Opel Senator. It's the Autobahn Stormers. They always put on a good display. We've got Renault Classic Car Club and the Renault Alpine Owners Club, sort of joining forces with their stands over here. We've got Renault 4 pickup, very unusual, based on the van. Renault 16, beautiful. Mark II Astras here. It's someone's custom-built GTE estate. They never built GTE estates, so that's been very nicely done. More Peugeots. This is Club Peugeot UK. Always good to see 205s that are not GTIs. So, oh my gosh, the 205 is 40. I hadn't even realised. Look at this Peugeot 504 estate. Wow, that's quite unusual. Never seen one of those before. Based on the coupe. It's a Break Riviera, built by HC Classics in Wiltshire. Wow, very nice. And Peugeot 203, 75 years of that. Sporting Bears have all these cars available. Donate to charity. You could go out in any of them. So you're supporting a great charity and having some fun. Splitties, variously. Always nice to see. Oh, look at the patination. It's got a whiff of fake patination about it, but I still like it. Definitely like some ice cream later. My voice will be shocked. Twingos, celebrating 30 years of Twingos. Got the Saab Enthusiast Club, sorry, Saab Owners Club over here. More Twingos over here. I think that's the Twingo that Steph drove recently on I Drive a Classic. She gets all the fun. And a Saab 92 here. This is the first Saab car. Quite different to the 93, which became more of a regular production model. So lovely lineup of cars there. Volvo Enthusiast Club. Many different Volvos, but come and look at the IFA Club. We've got Tatras represented, we've got Wartburg as well. So it's a Tatra 603 with its air-cooled V8 engine at the back. Truly remarkable cars. A very nice Favorit estate there as well. This is a late Wartburg with the 1.3 water-cooled engine. I haven't seen Bev's toy here for a while. That used to be here everywhere. Oh, Mr. Campbell. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
How are you doing, Ian? Are
you well?
I'm very good. How are
cool.
you?
Have Jaguar Daimler Heritage Trust got a stand here, or are you just browsing?
We've got cars here.
Oh, okay.
The Drivers Club stand and the XJS Club stand.
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah.
What have you got on the XJS Club stand?
We've got the Daimler XJS.
Okay, we need to go and have a look at that.
Have a look at that.
Oh, sorry, I was pointing at the ceiling there, I think. But thank you very much, Neil. Good to see you. We want to come and look at this Skoda van, based on the rear-engine Skodas. Never seen one before in the flesh, I don't think. Great to see. And yeah, it's very difficult to control the camera while you're walking around the show with a selfie stick pointing the wrong way. Malux, little Fiat 126s on an S plate. That's a very late one, about 1998. It's a UK market one from about 73. And one of the more interesting ones is this little van version. Look at this cute little thing. And it's absolutely adorable. Come around the back and have a look. So is it anniversary year for the 126? I'm guessing it is. Wow, modified. Lovely. So little Malux. Oh, someone's towing a little trailer. And apparently Freedom campers, the little Jetstreams. There used to be a Jetstream that could be towed by a 126. It must have been very, very light indeed. Jerry Lloyd's here on the 75 ZT stand, I think. And his beautiful home-built 75 convertible that we've seen before at various shows. Lovely. I love the Primrose 75 next to it as well. So yeah, lovely. We've got 2CV hiding here. Good morning. 2CV hiding here on the Boston Car Club stand. Classic Car Club. 800s and 600s. And the Rover Sport register. All manner of interesting vehicles here as well. So again, apologies for the announcement. I can't really do much about that. Rover Streetwise. That's a particularly lovely example. This is the 200-400 Owners Club. The old SD3. We've seen that before. I was at Festival of the Unexceptional. And it's left-hand drive. Maybe now we can find out why. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's registered in Portugal. Okay. Wow. And then came back to the UK. So that explains why it's a left-hand drive Rover 200. So we began life in Portugal. Modified Rover 400 Tourer. Nice. This is a Ferrari that isn't, because it's actually a, is that a Mazda MX-3 or a BMW Z3? BMW Z3, I think. Borg Ward Isabellas. Lovely things. How are we doing for time, folks? I can't actually see the time at the moment. And I think like a sister within Borg Ward was the Lloyd Alexander. Very unusual little microcar. We have seen one of those at one of the microcar rallies. It's a 2-cylinder, 600cc. So it's quite big for a microcar, but nonetheless, when you see it next to a normal car, it does look quite small. Borg Ward Isabella Estate. Beautiful. Lots of lovely minis here, including the more modern ones. We're getting progressive now. In fact, that's what I wanted to do. We're going to go over here. We'll take in this delightful mini convertible or cabriolet. The company did offer them for a short time. More minis there, Mark 1 Mini Cooper S. We've got a scooter car. Hoping to get a test done on a scooter car at some point. That should be interesting. They are tandem seaters, so I need Miss Hubnut to come with me. Peel Trident, a Noble up the back, a Fiat 500 Vignale Gamine, proper little noddy car, an original Peel P50. Mini Hubnut will be all over that, and a gorgeous little Frisky here. So we're doing a road test on Triumph Vitesse, but I need to try and get finished. I got some complications with editing, but Frisky is involved in that history. And the Bond 875 with a Hillman Imp engine in the back. Crazy, crazy times. So yeah, some very, very interesting cars here. There's like military spec replica Beetle, I presume. It could be the real thing, who knows. Yeah, we've got the Trojans, the British-built Heinkels. Oh, thank you very much, Davey. That's very, very kind of you. A donation of £10. There have been other donations. I apologise. I've been so busy. I haven't really been able to keep an eye on the chat. Messerschmitts here. I have got a Messerschmitt test on the channel. If you haven't seen that yet. Oh, the Baja Bug. You could go out for a drive in. I would fancy that myself. Or what about, yeah, the old Chevrolet Camaro Z. Yeah, please. Enfield Electrics represented here in various stages. A very, very serious attempt to build an electric car. I think they were built in Greece, bizarrely. And I'm not sure they ever managed to sell any privately. I think they mostly went to the electricity board. The electricity council, there we go, bought 62 cars. And yeah, very few private individuals bought one because they were so horrendously expensive. Now, one of them was abandoned for a very long time at the side of the road, somewhere in Birmingham, I think it was. And that number plate is ringing bells. Maybe it was that one. You see, we've got a heated windscreen, so you don't have to waste electricity with demisters. Oh, this one's labelled. We can't go through all the controls, but yeah, come and have a look at that if you're coming to the show. That'll be very interesting. So yeah, great to see so many of those. BMW setters. Yes, they do have a reverse gear. And there's a 600 here. I love the 600s. So the 600 is a bigger bubble. It's got 2 rows of seats. You got the typical opening front door, but then you get a side door as well. Oh, Matthew Brannigan, that's very, very kind. Thank you. A wine-inspired donation. Thank you. Bond the Keep. So it's in the 875. They also built the Keeps on the Triumph Vitesse chassis. And quite a stylish car, I think. Very, very nice. And it is a Bond mini car. It's what they were originally famous for. Front engine, the whole engine and gearbox rotates to give an amazing turning circle. And people drove those things all over the world. And I've not seen this one before. That's a Bond to Keep 2-litre estate. That requires further investigation. I don't know if it's a homebrew or what. It kind of looks like it's used a Herald-esque rear end, but very, very much modified. Was that a factory thing? I don't know. That's crazy. And then the Keep GT4S came before the 2-litre and used Herald or Spitfire mechanicals. Reliant Scimitar. We've got the SS1 there. The last designed by Michelotti. Giovanni Michelotti did so much styling work on so many wildly different things. And oh, nice Trabant there, much modified. So we've got some Americana going on as well. Ford Edsel there. Extraordinary cars, absolutely enormous, all of these really. We've got the hot rods, and if you're coming to the show, this is the Meet the Experts Theatre. I will be appearing on here at 2:30 for this one. That seems very me, doesn't it? Where are we? 2:30. Yeah, I'm going to be on this one today, and then tomorrow Meet the YouTubers. So yeah, we will be on that stage at some point. Yeah, I'm going to have to start winding this one down because I'm going to have to go and get to my stand. We will do a more detailed look around the show and hopefully chat to a few owners in a resulting video. That'll be nice to do. Just taking these Tipo 184s, recycle a Mazda MX-5 into a single seater. So if you really dislike your partner, that's the thing to do. And they look enormous, but they're on MX-5 mechanicals. This one's electric, but has no MX-5 in it because they've engineered it out and used a university in Hungary to develop their own push rod suspension. And this one's also electric, so those exhaust tips are utterly fake. Fascinating thing. Wow. So there we go, folks. We've had a very interesting walk around the show just to give you a flavour. Do come along if you can. I appreciate not everyone can, but yeah, it should be it should be a good show. I'm really looking forward to it. Hold on. There we go. Going to come back to myself again. So I'm going to go walking back to my stand now so I can get ready for the doors to open. As we've seen, it's already getting busy out there, so I think it's going to be busy from the off this morning. And yeah, brilliant. I'm really looking forward to it and looking forward to meeting a good many of you. Miss HubNut will be at the show on Sunday, so look out for that. And yeah, we're just going to have a lovely time. Really going to enjoy it. So yeah, come and see myself, Matt Furious, and Steph iDriver Classic over in Hall 3A, which is almost Hall 4. And you'll find us there, slightly hidden out the way. And yeah, look forward to seeing you in a future video and or live stream. Bye. Well, of course I had to finish on a headlamp wiper.